Boom shakalaka, it's a great day to be in Bitcoin as Bitcoin has a new highest ever daily close. We're going to take a look at exactly the reasons why, where Bitcoin is likely headed in the next month, and all the reasons behind that. Stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's video, we're taking a look at Bitcoin highest ever daily close, 100% profitable days for Bitcoin, one of the few investments that can actually say that, and the news causes for this, where Bitcoin's headed, and the reasons why it is headed there. Now, before we get into it, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, click the notification bell. Also, come join us over on Twitter at the Crypto Love, where every week we give away one of these sweet shirts. And today's episode is sponsored by Bynum, the first multiplayer online battle arena play-to-earn NFT game. Start your collection of exclusive Bynum NFTs and earn Bynum tokens by staking your Bynum, battling other players, or defeating enemies on planet Krypton. In the past 4 months, Bynum has seen explosive growth of almost 4,000%, and with a market cap of only about $30 million, there's still plenty of room to grow. The Bynum team has been hard at work with a recent rebrand and multiple top-tier exchange listings, including KuCoin and Crypto.com, with more coming soon. These updates have gained Bynum a lot of attention, sending Genesis NFT prices in the marketplace up to $1 million Bynum per booster. So don't wait until it's too late. Head over to Bynum.org, grab your first booster, and start filling your moonbags with Bynum today. Now, today, great day for Bitcoin. If we take a look here on lookintobitcoin.com, we can see here percent profitable days holding Bitcoin, 100% every single day. Great day to hold Bitcoin. Now, why is this? Well, because of the Proshares Bitcoin Futures ETF. BITO hauls in $570 million of assets in stock market debut. According to Proshares, the new ETF's assets shot up $570 million from $20 million on its first day of trading. We can see it here on Wall Street, the New York Stock Exchange, and here is a little bit about it. The first ever ETF backed by Bitcoin futures hauled in some $570 million in assets in the first day of trading, a sign of just how hungry investors remain for bets on the cryptocurrency as prices approach record highs. Proshares, the fund sponsor, announced the level of assets in an email notice to the press. The Proshares Bitcoin Strategy Fund, which launched Tuesday on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker BITO, had $20 million of seed capital at the start of the day. The fund also saw about $1 billion of trading volume the first day. It made the second most heavily traded ETF on record. Now, the funds rose from $41.94 at the close of stock market trading, up 4.9% from the initial $40 net value. Daniel Nadig, Chief Investment Officer of the ETS Trends, said that much of Tuesday trading volume appeared to come from retail investors, since there were very few large block trades of the size that big institutional traders often deal in. That's because the institutions all bought it down when Elon Musk fudded the shit out of Bitcoin from 65 down to 30. They all bought in down there. Now retail traders are buying again at all-time highs. This is probably going to be what we all expected, which is an access vehicle for certain players in the marketplace. There's a lot of folks who are active participants in the market who don't want to cross over into the crypto bridge by themselves, hence buying the ETF. And if we take a look here, we can see that out of all the ETFs, the opening day turnover is the second highest out of all of them ever. Proshares Bitcoin Strategy ETF, second highest, right behind BlackRock US Carbon Transition Readiness ETF. So that's pretty huge. As a matter of fact, we can see $1 billion of trading volume in one day. This is the year one inflows for similar ETFs. We can see here that already after one day, Bitcoin is already in the top 3, right behind gold and silver for the year. Now, that's not the only news, because Coinbase has just announced a multi-year partnership with NBA and WNBA as the NBA is preparing for its 2021-2022 season, making it the 75th anniversary. Now, Coinbase said it would become the exclusive cryptocurrency partner of the NBA, Women's NBA, NBA G League, NBA 2K League, and USA Basketball as part of a multi-year sponsorship deal. According to the NBA, Coinbase will create unique content, innovations, activations, and experiences for basketball fans to learn about the crypto space, as well as be a partner of the WNBA Commissioner's Cup, USA Basketball Men's and Women's National Team Exhibition, and NBA G League Ignite. So, big partnership causing more recognition of cryptocurrencies across the board. And, funny enough, senators are pressuring Facebook to immediately discontinue the Novi wallet pilot. Now, this is the same thing as DM. The senators are saying, given the scope of the scandals surrounding your company, aka Facebook, we write to voice our strongest opposition to Facebook's revived effort to launch a cryptocurrency and digital wallet now branded DM and Novi respectively. They go on further to say that Facebook cannot be trusted to manage a payment system or digital currency when its existing ability to manage risks and keep consumers safe has proven wholly insufficient. So that's interesting. And Galaxy Interactive has raised another $325 million fund aimed at metaverse and next-gen games. Now, this is awesome. I think that metaverse gaming is probably going to be one of the next big things. They have included a new portfolio, companies including Republic, 1047 Games, LED, Roar, Artblocks, and Masterworks, in addition to some others. And I would say, this is something that I'm doing personally. You do whatever you want to do. Obviously not financial advice on the channel. But I think the best way to gain exposure to basically everything that's going on with the metaverse would be to purchase a metaverse index fund available from Index Co-op. You can check them out at indexcoop.com. And this is not sponsored content. This is just something that I'm personally doing. The allocations here, look at this. By purchasing MVI, which you can find only on a few decentralized exchanges right now, Uniswap, 1inch, 0x Protocol. Well, by doing that, you get exposure to Illuvium, Axie Infinity, Engine, Mana, Sand, Audius, all these different coins here from purchasing the one coin. Index funds are like the best way to track a market. And while I think that few coins outperform Bitcoin, I think that the metaverse is one industry that will likely outperform the whole crypto market as a whole. Now, onto Bitcoin, because Bitcoin just had the highest ever daily close. As we see here, we can see, you'll kind of have to squint with me, but we can see this close right here was higher than the previous close, which is this dotted line I made right here. So the highest ever daily close, as a matter of fact, breaking out of this trend line we've been in, potentially could be headed up north. Now, we haven't actually had a new all-time high yet, but we're getting very, very close. And you know what happens when there's a new all-time high? Well, let me tell you in case you don't. Breaking the all-time high, this case $65,000, can lead to a doubling of Bitcoin's price within 3 months. As a matter of fact, on average, about 34 days. If Bitcoin breaks all-time highs this week, that means we're going to have a $130,000 Bitcoin by Thanksgiving, which will likely send the Bitcoin price to $500,000 by Christmas before it tanks back down to $30,000. But don't worry about the $30,000 part, because everybody's going to sell at $500,000. Duh. Now, this chart here, clearly we can say that every time that Bitcoin has hit the previous all-time high, broken double that in 20 days, 10 days, 84 days, and 22 days, averaging out to 34 days. So in just roughly a month, we could see Bitcoin price doubling from where it is now. And this chart here, really awesome chart by Root, the Rational Root over on Twitter, just saw that he put Bitcoin price on a spiral chart. And actually, it plots out really well, because we can see the first peaks of the cycle right here on this line. We can see the first all-time high after consolidation right here on this line. And this quarter where we are right now, this is generally when we see all-time highs, which are labeled here in black. So you can see the all-time highs we saw previously in 2021 here. Well, likely, previously we saw some all-time highs here. It would mean we would likely see more all-time highs coming in this area here, likely going up to $130,000 plus. Because if we take a look here on Bitcoin's performance since the market top, we see the first epoch here, the second epoch in brown, the third epoch in orange, fourth epoch in purple. Each one is getting a little bit longer and going down a little bit more, but likely, if you can see the mouse right here, it would likely end up somewhere in this area. So that could potentially 10x plus it from previous all-time highs, bring it to a $200,000 some Bitcoin. And right now, we have Bitcoin all exchanges reserves hitting a 3-year low. Since 2018, the amount of Bitcoin on exchanges has never been this low. People are hodling their Bitcoin. They're putting their Bitcoin in cold storage. They're not touching it for life. They're doing the Michael Saylor strategy, because guess what? He says if you think Bitcoin is not going to $1 million and then $10 million, you're a loser. Direct quote from Michael Saylor. That leaves us with this Willy Woo's chart. The technical name for this chart right here is 2022 is going to be a good year, a very good year, because we see peak accumulation happening right now. The illiquid supply shock ratio, the highest it's ever been, while Bitcoin price also the highest it's ever been. Every time it's been this high, we see price running up. Well, we are likely to continue to see price running up. So great news for Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies. It's a great time to be in the market. Buckle up. We're in for some fun rides. I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one. Love you. Peace.